Josh and Dan, good to see you guys. And Josh, I don't know if you remember, but you were at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in London's West End, and there was a guy sitting behind you, and I said, dude, I will be interviewing you soon, and that day is today.
I remember that.
Good to see you, man.
It was good to see you too.
Yeah, you were with your son at that fun musical.
Yep, that was we had to go. We had to split it into two. I had to actually buy 2 tickets for that thing, and they weren't cheap because he was too young at the time to sit through a whole thing. But he wanted to see. He wanted to go back and see it. But yeah, that was a great play.
Yeah, and it's great to see you again. Man, I got to congratulate both of you on this movie. I mean, if we definitely need a laugh right now, and this is going to give it to us. But my question as I was watching this, and then I worked on my questions, I said, as a joke, I said, I'm going to ask Josh if this is based on true events. And then I was doing my research and come to find, yeah, dude, you actually do have buddy games. Tell me about that.
We've been doing this for 20 years, man. You know, they say you write what you know. And I won't say that we have any pina coladas or Komodo dragons at our actual events, but it does get pretty debaucherous. Every year there's, you know, it's usually like ping pong and, you know, there's wiffle ball and there's golf. There's always 1 or 2 events that are just nuts. And this year we did this thing where you had this paintball. You had to stand 20 feet away. You had teams of 3, get to shoot the other team of 3. And, you know, you had only your underwear and a nut cup and a helmet. And if you flinched when you heard that gun go, you lose points. So it's like, you know, you immediately revert back to that 16-year-old you as soon as you get there. And that's the beauty of it. It's about this brotherhood that I've had with this great group of guys for all these years. And yeah, that's really where the inception of this idea came from.
Dan, how were you pitched this? And a follow-up question for you. I've got 2 for you. How you were pitched, and did you actually get injured while filming? Because it seems to me like there would be a lot of like close calls for you guys, especially your character.
Yeah. First of all, Josh, have you learned nothing? Okay, now I'll answer your question, Dave. I can't believe he's shooting paintballs at actual people. I was pitched this sitting on my back porch with a phone call of, why did you say no to my movie? And I said, I never even heard about this movie. And then they sent me the script and I read the first page and I went, I'm in, because it said Shelley, a schlubby doofus who used to be the winner of all the games. And I said, I'm in. And then, yes, I did actually get hurt filming this movie. There's a water slide, which was supposed to just be like something that we could have built in our backyard, but was built by a real production crew. And they built this badass water slide that's meant for like stuntmen, not guys like me. And I said, I want to go down that, Josh. And Josh said, sure. He was like, hey, if you're willing to go, then you can go. And Kevin Dillon was going to go, and Josh was going to go, because Josh is built like an action star. And so Josh went, everything's fine. Then I go, and I destroyed my leg. And I still have a bruise to this day. It's been 3.5 years. And I had to be on crutches and elevate my leg for the rest of the movie. So there's a big chunk of the movie where you can see my character has to have his leg up on something for the movie. So when you go watch it, pay attention to, you know, give yourself a little treat. Bring a flask with you and take a drink every time you notice that Shelley's leg is elevated.
Behind the scenes stuff. Hey, Josh, I can't believe this is your directorial debut. What was it like for you to be on the other side of the camera? I mean, you star in this as well, but I mean, did that live up to the experience that you expected? You've been in so many movies, some fantastic films. Now you're directing this one. Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah, it was truly one of the most terrifying things going into it. I needed, you know, I didn't need to know everything. I knew that. I knew enough to know that I didn't have to know everything. I needed a good group of people around me to help me get through it. I knew the story that I wanted to tell. I didn't want to hold back. I wanted this thing to be extreme. And, you know, it was those first couple of days that were really kind of terrifying, because I was like, I knew everybody's going to be looking at me to go, okay, now what do we do? And it was something that I truly love doing. I want to do it some more. The idea that you have to be able to answer all these questions from all these different departments was probably the hardest part. Telling the story and sort of guiding the way that the tone of the way it was told was something that I knew I could do, but there's just so much more that comes with it, from the inception through from the writing to the getting the money, to getting the cast, to shooting it, to editing it, to now promoting it. You know, it's just been one of the hardest things I've ever done, but truly one of the most satisfying and gratifying things I've ever done.
I love that. Thanks both for your time. And Josh, I told you I'd interview you one day. See, I was legit when I told you in London.
You're right, man. Here we are. Here we are. Buddy games, baby.
You got it. Take care, guys. Be good.
Take care.
Dave.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.